Cannonball now. This one I have many mixed emotions. I'm actually gonna start with the not so big plot first, and then the other ones. So, sorry, I'm like with glasses and not glasses. I just hoping my eyes are not buggy in this one. Okay, so the not so big plot was the whole Jenna thing, and that creepy French dude was, oh, he was so gross. And no, it was nasty. She basically told Allie no, she hadn't forgiven Connor, and she didn't really forgive Allie yet either, but then she's like, I'll cancel my date with Leo, and then we can have a girls' night. And then I was like, she got reeled back into the Leo train, and was like, oh, but I still want to see you. And she was like, let's have a double date. And I'm like, get over yourself. Like, just hang out with your friend for one night. Like, can you please get away from Leo for once in your lifetime? Can't stand him. Anyways, so she surprised Jenna with a double date. And after that, I wouldn't have forgiven Allie. I was like, okay, first you did me wrong once. Then you did me wrong twice. So, that guy was so weird. Ugh. We took her hand, and I was like, ugh. How do you fit her? Ah! You don't do that on a first date, okay? But he's French, so, you know, you gotta keep that in mind, too. But Leo didn't do that to Allie. Not that I care, because, you know, they're just disgusting. So then Allie brought Connor in to Jenna's room, and they made up, and he basically told her why, you know, getting intimate with him, you know, or her, wow, getting intimate with her scares him. There we go. And she basically was like, well, there's other ways we can do it, you know. She's like, plus I haven't really had the best track record, as you already know. And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, I always wondered, I don't know if I've said this already, but, like, if Casey were to come back and, like, see them dating, how the heck would he react? He's probably like, what the heck? My best friend and my ex-girlfriend are dating? What is this? So, that would be funny, though, if they brought Casey back in to do that, but, like, but, yeah. Anyways, they made up, they kissed, and that was kind of awkward for Allie, but I'm like, well, it's Allie. She's been in more awkward positions. So, and then, what else happened? Oh, yeah. I loved this. Oh my gosh, I loved this plot. We saw Miles and Winston. I was like, they're just, they would make such cool friends. I can't talk at all. No, I really do like their friendship. And they tried to find Tristan because he didn't come back. And the whole, oh my gosh, when Winston and Miles were shirtless, and Winston's so scrawny. Oh my gosh, but he's adorable. I love him. And when he held his nipple, I was like, he's just so funny. I love it. And so they went around Paris by themselves, those two. And when Miles was like, you should take some fun. And she's like, oh, you're right. And she took, you know, Winston right in front of him. I'm like, go Miles, go Maya. Ah! Please excuse me for not making any sense. I apologize. So they couldn't find him, and when Maya started crying because Winston's like, oh, he could be here, could be there, and she's like starting to cry. He's like, no, girls crying is like my kryptonite. And I'm like, he's so funny. Oh, I love him. So he's like, we need to call for reinforcements. So they went to go talk to Miles. And what do you know? He was on the bed with Zoe, and she's just a whole heap of yuck, and Then Miles made Maya get down on her knees to beg in French. And it was all like Zoe's idea. I'm like, you know what, Zoe, get out. Get out. But no, she didn't. She still stayed in. But he helped her anyways. And I was like, wow, the first time, well, after that scene, that, you know, Miles was actually kind of a nice guy. And they found Tristan. And Maya and Tristan's whole make-up scene was adorable. They're in the rain, and they're talking, and, you know, they say, let's never let a boy come between us. And I'm like, I'm so glad that they got back together as friends, obviously. But, yeah, that was adorable. But then, in the end, you kind of see that Maya likes Miles. So she kind of broke her promise in a way. But I think Tristan's kind of okay with it, as you can see in the next episode. But yeah, the whole scene afterward, when they made Miles get into the public embarrassment thing, I don't know what you call it, that was funny. They're like, anyone have any, you know, fruit to throw at him? And, you know, Winston was like, ha. But yeah, that was funny. And then Zoe, like, you could tell that she was getting jealous of him and Maya. And she's like, let's go, blah, blah, blah. Tell us we can eat lunch. And I'm like, she's so grody. Like, but, I don't know, after that episode, I was kind of like, oh, I wouldn't mind Maya and Miles. Even though I'm like a really, really hardcore Cam and Maya shipper, but, you know, I'm starting to be open-minded to things as much as I possibly can, but it's kind of hard. So, that was that. And then Adam. I had so many mixed feelings, like, in one episode. Oh, actually, in the next one, too. He got advice from Dallas and Drew, saying, like, well, more from Dallas, actually, to say that, you know, go for Imogen. She likes you, obviously, so go for it. And I was like, yes, 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 because I really wanted them to be a thing. And we got, like, a snippet of them. A snippet. The whole Madison and Colton wedding. Oh, that was so cute. But I'm like, that's really weird in the same way, but I thought it was cute as well. So, Imogen was the maid of honor. Adam was the best man. I was like, oh, see, they're already meant to be together. But then they went on a date, sort of. They went on a hike, and then they just made out in the car, which was really awkward, because after she took off her shirt and she had, like, bright pink bra on, and then when they, like, leaned back on the car, their legs and everything, I was like, this is awkward. Like, it's not even really well choreographed, so it's probably just on the spot, so it was awkward. And then Drew comes in. They always have to ruin things. Like, getting stuff for some worse. Okay. So, that pretty much ended their thing, and you could tell that Adam kind of had second thoughts about what he just did, and I felt really bad for Imogen, because he kind of led her on and whatnot. Because I was like, oh, poor Imogen. And they just kind of left, and then he's like, after kissing, you know, Imogen, I realized, you know, I still love Becky, and I'm like, no, no, no. And I'm like, she's already over you. And then it happened. He couldn't wait any longer to text her, call her, whatever. Gets in the van, drives at night while texting, which, by the way, as much as I really hated how this all ended, this was a good plot because it happens so often. Like, you'll see those commercials on TV about, like, people who text and drove and they either killed themselves or killed someone else. And it's a serious thing. Like, some people I know text and drive, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, stop it, you're gonna kill us both. So, it is a serious issue that I'm actually really glad that Degrassi handled it. Although, I was really upset that it was Adam that had to get it. Crashed into a tree while texting Becky. I don't know. I'm still kind of mixed because I honestly don't know what side I'm on. If I'm on Becky's side or if I'm on Imogen's side. Because I just love the fact of, you know, Adam and Imogen being a thing, but then this whole thing led up to Becky, and I'm like, true love? I don't know. I'm still not a huge fan of Becky at all. I might like her in this next one, but I don't know. So I'm kind of torn on everything girl-wise, but Adam, I'm extremely sad, and how it ended with just the car horn beeping, I was like, they leave you with the worst cliffhangers ever. And of course we all know how it ended, which I'll get into that in my next review. So yeah, this was just a sad episode. Very sad. So anyways, those are my thoughts, and I'm on to my last one. Yeah. So tell me what you guys thought about everything. Are you Tim? What? No. Are you Team Imogen or Team Becky? That's the big question. So, yeah. As I already told you, I'm torn, so I don't really know what team I'm on. So, yeah. I honestly don't know. Anyways, alright. This video's done now. I promise.